Another day in California. So I had my adventure where I actually went to San Francisco from wherever I am. And it just couldn't be normal because if it was normal, we would just say there's something up. So I tried to go and catch my boss, miss the first boss. That should have been a sign. That should have been a sign. But anyway, it's cold, but I don't really feel that cold. So I say to myself, I've got like 30 minutes before I succumb to hypothermia. But luckily, there's a boss that is supposed to come within the next 20 minutes. So I wait for that boss. I try to get to, I guess, a place where a person with two service animals can sit for a disabled person, but that wasn't available. And I just paid my fare. So I said, fine, I will sit like a regular person on this bus, but that didn't happen. Because I have my service animals as I do, the young one, he just couldn't figure out how to move around things. Sorry. So he couldn't move around the seat. He's struggling for a bit. What is supposed to happen is he's supposed to let me know. I'm supposed to go, oh, there's something wrong, and then turn and then fix it by myself. By myself. That didn't happen. Black woman in the sea reading her book and should have been minding her business. The name of the book should have been How to Mind Your Own Business. But anyway, she didn't get to that chapter yet. It's next on her to-do list. She reaches over and she grabs my dog and pulls it, out of the seat. And so of course I have to snap at her because I have to make it clear you don't touch someone's prosthetic. If you see a person in a wheelchair and that person is stuck in a rut or whatever, and they can't spin the wheels, they can't do whatever, you're supposed to just walk away and mind your own fucking business. Because if it's really an issue, they will shout for help. And if they shout for help, well, I guess they asked for help. Maybe you help, maybe somebody else helps. Or maybe they have to call the police to, move them out the fucking rock, whatever. But that is their decision to make. You don't tell a handicapped person, oh, no, 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 I'll do it for you. It's like, no, 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 I didn't ask you to. I didn't ask you to. So I have to chew this woman's, ear off figuratively. It's just like, keep your fucking hands to yourself. And then I didn't realize that she was just the distraction because now I don't know this for sure, but I find it really, really hard to believe that my other dog suddenly wiggled itself out of its vest. And because they're trained well, for whatever reason that she was frightened away from her seat, she just waited in the next seat for me to reattach everything. These things happen. I mean, I'm dealing with live animals. I mean, when you have a wheelchair, it's wherever you steer it is where it ends on. But when you have to work with animals, it's well, sometimes the animals go this way, sometimes the animals go that way, sometimes the animals want to just investigate a scent because that's just what their biology tells them to do. But I named this episode of the podcast The Chronicles of Moesha because once again, I'm trying to go down for breakfast and this Moesha is just stuck on the staircase. And this time she got a parka. So I don't know if it's the same exact girl. Because the one before didn't even have a coat to save her life. But this one did. And she's just all sprawled out on the fucking staircase. And I mean, look, I'm pissed. So I go down to the front desk and I say, look, I need you to fucking sort this out. I need you to sort this out because whether or not this particular chain of buildings has the rule of, we're a charity. Okay, if you're a charity, then why you charging me top dollar to fucking be on here when clearly Moesha is enjoying a staircase? I don't want that staircase. Moesha can fucking have it. But if Moesha's going to be on the staircase and I have to tiptoe around that girl, then I'm going to have to ask you to reduce the rate. That would be fair. Like, I get California's vibe of, you know, some homeless people, they can't help themselves. It's like, bitch, I'm homeless too. But I'm homeless and I paid for a fucking penthouse. So if they can't do that, why are you charging me for penthouse plus I got to step over Moesha just to get a bagel or whatever? Like, does that make sense? I don't think it does. Oh, the latest snafu was when I got here. When I got here, it was if you have litter, if it's not too messy, just put it outside your door. Maid will come by and pick it up and, be on her way. Well, I put like 3 bags out there. What? I eat out a lot. I'm fancy. I'm a fancy, fancy man. And so the maids didn't even look at it for like a full day. For a full day, the maids were like, I'm like, really? Really? You're going to try and grow a black bone? Sorry, I want to say backbone, but I was like a black bone because I'm like, you realize that if your status is not up to date, you get fucking out. Like, if you lost this job, you would be fucking out. I don't know the truth of that. I don't know if this woman's status is whatever, but she acting like she a black girl with, no, I don't feel like her. I don't feel like her. No, you could do that yourself. I'm like, really? Really? So what do you get paid for? Because I thought you were paid to clean because this janky ass place has not been cleaned properly. So you want to expect me to go with my rubbish and put it where you say it should be when you're not even cleaning the rubbish in the staircase. And I'm not just talking about Moesha. Like legitimately, like someone left a cup of coffee, energy bars, it's just like, are you trying to feed a raccoon? Because no tea, no shade. The Chronicles of Moesha should be the Chronicles of Narnia because how this beast get up in my face? How this beast up in my face? That's what I want to know. Because if it's the idea of, it's so cold out there and you have so much money, if we just open up the place, it's like, that's not your decision to make, is it? Because now I got to go to corporate and say, why is Moesha on the fucking staircase? And why is it that you people are trying to feed Moesha on the fucking staircase by like, here's your cup of coffee. I'm like, did she pay for that cup of coffee? I mean, technically that cup of coffee was gonna go straight down the sink. That happens too. Like, I don't agree with food waste. I don't. But I also don't agree with San Francisco's attitude of the homeless are pets. These people throw mad shade at my service animals, but they treat homeless people like pets. I can hop on Moesha, but it's not just the color that are doing this shit. White man set himself up in his own personal tent on this property and was just like, I'm gonna plug my phone directly into the building and just sit down. They don't mind. Why would you mind? I don't bother you. It's like, yeah, but there's a threat of you could. If we lived in a perfect society, I would agree with that. Dude, nobody really owns building because that's my aesthetic. My aesthetic, I'm a socialist. So my aesthetic has always been property, money, all of that is gross. Ah, it's kind of weird because I'm on both sides of it. I'm on the side of, well, I am rich, but I'm also on the side of there's something deeper than money. There is something deeper than money because I literally spend my money on food and shelter, not on art, not on knowledge, food and shelter. The most basic of basic things. It irks me that these people are kind of, bilking the system by doing what they do. It's more of a situation of, well, is there a path for them? I say this because, I'm struggling too. Like, what do you do when you just don't want to sign a lease? Like, I did the whole lease thing and I wasn't even in the lease. Like, the lease was for a year. I finished that and I should have gotten the fuck out of there, but I was economically bound to fucking stay there. Now, I'm not economically bound to stay here. I can leave if I want. Hmm. What is the real value of the location? As I walk through San Francisco for the last time, I saw a bus with, oh, we're a new hospital and we treat 12 different kinds of cancer. I'm like, good for you. Good for you. Oh, and by the way, does your city actually cause cancer in people? Does it? Because we like to say, oh, well, cigarette smoke and poor diet and bad genetics. We never actually say, no, it's your goddamn city that causes your health issues. It's your city. For every bus and every trolley that says, oh, we're all electric, we're, natural this, natural that. I say, fine. What about the rest of the cars in your town? What about them? Are they electric? Doesn't seem like they are. I fucking hate this town that I'm currently in. I fucking hate it because it's old people podunk is the best way that I can put it. As in, these people are convinced that they have to talk to you at all times. Like me personally, if I don't know you personally or we don't have business together, I'm not going to talk to you. Case in point, I'll go down for my breakfast after dodging Moesha. And I'm at the little breakfast area. I'm trying to pick out my stuff and like see what's available. And of course, this white woman turns to me, is like, "Your dogs are so pretty and precious." And me, I'm just enjoying menopause and let your dried old pussy fucking tumble out. But I won't talk to you. I don't need to talk to you. I came here for the fucking bagels and bits. I didn't come here to have a conversation with Similac pussy. No, no, thank you. No, no, thank you whatsoever. So I ignored the bitch and I saw her husband come by and I wanted to. I wanted to so badly to turn to her husband and say, "You let that woman run her mouth like that to a goddamn stranger?" It's like, did she forget who fucking paid for this holiday? Did she forget? Because I don't get that. Oh, by the way, hello, Charlotte. Charlotte Guinevere. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I am talking about like my PTSD and how I'm an older curmudgeon person. And I wear fancy costumes when I go out, so it just doesn't help the situation. But I feel almost as if I don't dress up. It's kind of ingenuous because I literally cast magic everywhere I go. So I might as well just wear my wizardy costume. Hmm. Hmm. It's not ideal, but I guess I'll stay in this town for a bit. As I said, what is the true value of money? Sometimes that's a location. I hate the people, but fuck all. I mean, after experiencing LA, this place is light years removed from that. It's Oh, by the way, hello there, VR1. Welcome to the channel. There are trees here. They're actual trees. There are plants, there are flowers. It's gorgeous. There's fresh air. There's actual fresh air here. You take a breath and it doesn't feel labored. It feels so good. It feels almost like a place, you could stay forever, but I don't want to. I don't want to, but it's a place that I kind of need right now. I need to just purge all of that. pollution in my lungs that I've just been suffering under by living in cities in California. By the way, hello there, Christopher. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We don't talk about the toll that smog plays in your on your health. Not to mention the stress, because people are not meant to be on top of each other when they're strangers. When they're strangers. When you have a family and the family is on top of one another constantly, it's almost a good thing. They may fight, they may bicker from time to time, but there's a familiarity there that restores your soul if done correctly. And I know that I get a lot of stuff. Oh, by the way, Simpson, Christopher, thank you for coming by. See you on the next one. I know I get a lot of flack for not saying hi to people. I wasn't able to relay this because it happened recently, but I was, walking my service animals as I normally do, and some old guy turns to me, and it's like he's a fair distance away, but he turns to me and he says, "Border collie," and I just ignored him, and he's like, "Good luck with life," and I said nothing. I said nothing to him because that was the truth of it. That was the truth. Don't give me your good mornings or your hellos when I know you're just a nasty ass person, just like I am. I'm just more honest about it. My silence and reticence to speak is more honest than someone who's like, "Good morning," and with the smile and everything, and it's just like you don't really want to say that. You just don't want to be alone. Me personally, look, I struggle with it too. I am currently looking for a hot Czechoslovakian male to fly over, not to do Bellamy, but to do just me. So it's like, I get it. But the idea of talking to him, whoever that guy is a lot harder than to, try and speak to an old person. Oh, by the way, do you need to see these? Because, these are lovely. Lose some weight before you appear on screen. It's like, no, bitch. Not only is it winter, I'm the only one who has to please me. You fuckers try to get fit, knowing full well that there is someone more athletic than you. There's someone bigger than you. You never be that big. You never. You can try. You can take supplements. You could do everything, but no one's gonna love you. Not really. Even if you do get to a certain size, they'll never really love you because they'll just be someone else. And one day, you'll turn to that person and say, "Why did you cheat on me?" Or "Why did you cheat on me with that fat loser who's not in shape like I am?" And you know what your partner's going to say to you? "They just needed me more." Or "I just wanted something different than you." So why bother? I look around me and I don't see hot guys. I live in San Francisco. It's supposed to be a gay capital. But where? Where? Because I went to one gay bar and I was not impressed. I was not impressed. I could find that in Texas. I could find that in any fucking town. I'm not seeing anything special here. And then I go online and I'm not seeing anything special here. And if I talk to guys in Czechoslovakia, guess what? They get to look at my giant fat ass titties and know that when they come to me and present their booty holes, it's you're presenting your booty hole to this. It is honest. It's like don't tell me I'm beautiful. Don't tell me I'm beautiful because you know I'm not. You came here for something. I wanted you here for something. We'll figure it out, but don't lie to me. Ah, how much did you pay for this jacket? More than what I paid for your mother. Hmm. I don't tolerate back talk from a bunch of people who don't have their own channels. And even if you do, it's still online. So you're going to show some respect. That's all. I mean, after all, I am really just bitching and moaning about my day. If you don't want to hear it, you don't have to stay. But I'm still going to bitch and moan anyway. Next month is Valentine's Day. You should feel a little pressure. A little pressure. A little hot out of the collar. Because that's the time you're supposed to either appreciate the fact that you're single or do something about it. I had some time to think about it. And I did suck off a local with a giant cock. He had a nice cock. No, I like being single. I like the idea that my life is gloriously boring. I wear fancy clothes and jewelry, and then I read a book. I don't watch television. I don't watch any cinema. I had to remove a lot of content services: Netflix, Disney, Hulu, HBO, Stars. It's still going to be there because I paid for the full year so I can watch Spartacus. Oh my god, I'm so transparent, but they got me. It's like I get to watch Outlander and Spartacus. It's just like you get me as a channel. You just get me. Now HBO Max, I don't know. Like I've been on a tirade against heated rivalry. It's like I wish these guys success in life. I wish these guys success. But why are you trying to treat what is a good gay romance novel as high art for television. It's just not for me. For me, because as titillating as erotic as it is, the one shower scene. Look, X is trying to say, look, I know you hate it, but could you at least watch an episode or two because the stuff is so fucking hot, so hot. But yet still, a guy doing this, it's just fucking shadow play, man. It's fucking shadow play. This, and then it's just like close up of a man's butt. This close up of a man's butt. I- is that supposed to be hot? Because, dude, I have porn. I have porn. I know T-Mobile is like, dude, you have enough. You have enough. I'm like, you can never have enough porn. You could always have one more. One more. Especially the ladies. Especially watching my favorites slowly get older. It's just like, yeah, I'm a total top. I'm a total top. I'm like, I'm gonna count it down. I'm gonna count it down because I know if I wait long enough, the studio is gonna be like, yeah, you need to bottom or you need to get the fuck out. And it's like, I need the money. And they all do. Like William Seed started the scene as, I am large muscle man. I am straight acting and I stick my cock in men's asses. But that is it. That is it. And then eventually the studio got to him and it's just like, is it a number thing? Because, we can pay you more. He's like, fine, fine. But I choose partner. He's like, okay, okay. And then they waited and waited, and then all of a sudden it's just like, now he's just a bottom. I'm like, well, hallelujah. The man realized it feels good. And the same thing happened to his partner, Ryan Bones. Ryan Bones started out as, just like total top. And then after a while, yeah, he bottomed. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to see. And then slide over to HBO and Max, and it's just, oh my god, that scene of them in the shower, and this, really, this. You want an an Emmy? You want an Emmy for doing this? No, thank you. No, no, thank you. I'm glad for this show. I'm glad to be alive during this time period where that kind of thing is there, but yet still it's number one. Well, I've got I've got porn, so if I want to see that, I can see all of it. May not be with the same people, but I can see all of it. Number two, what happens afterwards? Gay men watch this, straight women watch this, straight men are watching this. What happens afterwards? Hello, B Dong. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the revolution. I'm talking about heated rivalry again, again. What happens after you see that? I mean, do you suddenly tolerate gay people a little bit more? Does the world suddenly brighten up? It's like, no. You go back to your lives and we go back to being attacked, discriminated against. This show isn't going to fucking change people's minds about whether or not a gay person is a victim of a hate crime. It's not what it's designed for. So, what is the purpose of gay representation in cinema? Because I watch a lot of clips from Will and Grace. I don't know, I clicked on one too many, and so every fucking time I go on YouTube, it's like the best of Will and Grace. But then you watch it, and it's just go behind the jokes. Go behind the jokes. They're just miserable. Jack is a miserable, miserable gay guy, covering it up with jokes, and Will is just a bitchy fucking queen. And so rude and so dismissive of his only friend. And you say, I'm just watching two people take knives to each other. How is that cinema? I enjoyed the show when I was young and I didn't know better. I just said, that's a really good singer. Like, you got him. It's like, yeah, but, if you heard that a couple of times, maybe you cry after that. Maybe you cry. I don't know. I can't get into television as I used to. Hmm. I watch a lot of shows, but I just don't see the point anymore. I don't. Because when you're an older person who watches television, you can't just see the surface plot. You see what the writers were trying to convey and the direction of sitcoms of just who can be the most brutal, bitchy queen, who can be that bitter for a laugh. I know I couldn't get into it, so I'm out. I'm out of television. I still wear costumes because it's fun, but I can't get into the idea of watching someone's drama. It's like my life is filled with drama. Like the last thing I want is to sit and watch someone and get invested in fictional peril. I dislike The Walking Dead. I dislike The Walking Dead because I watched like 7 or 8 seasons of it. Some brutal decisions in that. And eventually I'm gonna have to do some sort of critique on it because I really dislike the show. Oh my god! I just couldn't get around the beginning of the series of the man wakes up from the hospital as they always do. Yeah, still. And he goes back to his house and then he doesn't know where his wife is. So he cries and the director was like, yeah, we're gonna turn that into a music video. They have the fog rolling in, the one candle, and the candle, goes from different angles. It's just like, I don't need that level of drama. Like, dude misses his wife. Dude is gonna search for his wife. Okay. Okay. I don't need to see him cry his little bitch tears over it. I'm like, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. No, no. Oh my god, that show was just a fucking mess to me. I couldn't. Like I said, I did 7 or 8 seasons, got all the way up to Megan, and I was just like, I think I can stop. It's like I have seen too much of these people to give any. Because Megan was just like, I'm going to end this person, and I was just like, I was done with him. I was done with all of them. It was just sweep the whole fucking chessboard off the table. I'm done. I'm done. Good. Now I can leave. Now I can leave. Like I don't get it. I don't. But it said something about our world, and as much as I say it was just I didn't enjoy it. I still appreciate the effort of saying, yeah, we do have a problem with zombies. We don't call people zombies, but they are. And that's another reason why I closed the door on San Francisco. The whole idea of you get on a bus, shut the fuck up. Put your headphones on, get your book out because you don't want to make eye contact with these people. No, no, you don't do that. It's like I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with cities. I'm done with them because they invite people in and it's, oh yeah, there's this over there and this right here. Oh, you thirsty yet? Oh, okay. No? Okay. You hungry? You hungry? Oh. If you want to just, go a little bit longer, it's the restaurant right there. If you're into that. Like, in Los Angeles, I used to do that. I used to take the train to go run around the city. Like, get off in the middle of downtown and just run around. I don't know. I got to a point where I don't feel the need to do that. Like I go through downtown San Francisco with my surface animals, checking every fucking corner, checking this, checking that. It's just no, like just go for a walk in a park. Go walk somewhere nice, somewhere decent. Skip to my loo, my darling. I don't fucking care. I'll do that instead of going into the city because I don't see a point anymore. The cities are for people who have a lot more money than I do, or people who are naive because they just showed up. I say this as a person who just got takeout food. Ah, I like the stillness. I like the stillness of reading a book and not dealing with people. I know that's kind of hard when I don't own property, but I don't want to own property here. I just want to wait out winter and then go somewhere else. Life is all about exploration. I just want to explore. I was supposed to explore a lot earlier, but COVID happened and it took so goddamn long to get my benefits. But now that I have them, it's just a I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm grateful that I have my benefits finally because it got me the fuck out of LA. But I'm also in a position in my life that I can't enjoy any of it. I buy video games, but I'd rather go for a walk. I'd rather read a book. That's more engaging than watching damage numbers show up on a screen and then having to, do a heal spell. Oh no, take a health potion. I used to be all about video games. I mean, I only talk to my Aussie, wish he was my boyfriend, Aussie, about hardware. It was like, who has the biggest graphics card? Who's got the latest one? Like, how many, gigs is it? And it's just, isn't there anything more in life? Aren't there more important things to talk about? I mean, I will not go back into San Francisco, but I will be watching the situation with the mayor very closely about an electric company for San Francisco. It has to be solar. It has to be solar, a brand new grid, and free to the people. Free for the people. There's no reason to charge people for electricity when you don't even repair the grid and that people experience brownouts but they don't have any power. It's like, no, you repair. I'm sorry. I normally don't yawn in any of my stuff. It's just, it's been such a fucking exhausting day. And every fucking time I try and go outside, these people find a way to just exhaust me, just drain the life of me like the vampires that they are with their hellos or your dogs are nice. It's like, I know they're nice, but they're working. Like, I had to go to T Mobile because my internet was so fucking shy. Such fucking shy. Like, it kept disconnecting me because, I wasn't like pulling large amounts of data. So it's just like, fine, off. I'm like, no, I paid for you to be on at all times. So I went and I got a router. But it wasn't just, can we give you a router? It's, can we hold you hostage in this fucking store? I mean, look, if I was younger, I wouldn't notice this, but I'm a little older. just a little older. You can tell by my saggy man titties that I'm old. But I go to this store and the guy was like, "Yeah, can you unlock your phone? Yeah, I need to press this button. Can you unlock your phone? Because I need to press this button. Can you unlock your phone?" And I kept doing it over and over and over again. And at a certain point, I was just, I don't want to fucking deal with you people. And then I don't know what is wrong with women that like they have a hole that their intelligence just leaks out of. But what possesses you to try and hold a conversation when you see someone who is that uncomfortable? Like I came there to get myself better internet, and I'm already being helped by the guy. But the woman in the store was just like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Your dogs are pretty." Mhm, mhm. I'm like, can you just sit in fucking silence? Can you help someone else? Like, why the fuck do you need to? What the fuck goes on with women that they think I want to fucking hear them when we don't have business? I have PTSD, so my attitude is fuck right off unless we have business. And then if we have business, then yeah, you're gonna have to get into my face sometimes, or I'm gonna have to get into your face sometimes. We will fucking sort it out. But if we don't have business together, go mind your fucking business. Because I had to deal with him going, "Yeah, I gotta go on the phone for this. Can you unlock your phone? I gotta, just, activate this. Can you unlock your phone again?" And she's just blah 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 all the way in the background, and I'm just like, I want to fucking leave. I want to fucking leave, but I'm not gonna leave my phone in this guy's hand because I don't even know what he's fucking doing with it. Like, luckily, Apple is you either need to be pressing it at all times or whatever, but they at least somewhat care about your security, somewhat. Not about your happiness, because for the life of me, I don't understand why Apple is such a cock blocker to my music. My music is not wonderful, it is just art therapy. But every time I try and upload a brand new song, like Nobody's Safe in These Streets, Apple's like, no, you don't need to do that. And it tries to like log me out of the app. Life sucks in California. Life sucks in California. Let me at least make some music out of it. So this way, when I hear that, I can say, yeah, it sucked, but I got past it. I moved forward, and I left behind just a really good memory instead of a bad one. So this way, you change how you look at the world. But Apple is such a cock blocker. Never has a fucking issue. Never fucking says a thing when I'm scrolling on X looking at assholes. I can stare at booty holes on X for hours, and Apple is like, you do you. But the moment I try and upload a song, it's like, no, you can't do that. Not through an Apple phone. And I try to do it on an Android phone too. So I wonder what that is. Maybe there is something wrong with the app itself. Maybe I have to fucking complain to my distributor. I'm gonna think about it. Oh, we have somebody here. Baby Burp 2.0. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ian Leona. I bitch and moan about my life constantly. That's all you really need to know. I am deeply unsatisfied as an American. I live in a country that I just don't agree with most of the way that they live because I don't want it. I want something like Sweden. I want something like Germany, where it's high tech and environmentally conscious. Oh my god. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm just so emotionally drained having to deal with Americans day in, day out. The amount of adrenaline pumping through my body because some black woman couldn't keep her fucking hands to herself on the boss just drain me. Just drain the life out of me. Sunnyflower, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for asking how I am, Sunnyflower. I am exhausted. Just exhausted because I haven't found the right city for me because there is no right city for me in America. It's either I build one or I find one somewhere outside of America, but I just don't want to live in this kind of city. I really don't. I like the physical town itself. I just cannot get around these people. These people are just so poorly trained to shut the fuck up. I'm all for, well, speak your mind, freedom of speech, if you want to fight against oppression, speak up. I'm for that. I'm just not for the chit chat when you're trying to get food or some sort of service done. It's like, I don't need to like you to get that done. I just need to get it done. I guess I'm more German that way. Because Germans, they believe in a neutral attitude at all times. I want to live in the UK. US people are weird and disrespectful. People in Britain are as well. It's a sickness of the mind that has spread from America to pretty much everywhere else. Although, to be honest, the attitude of most British people is not polite. I think you'll find that they can be just as rude and snarky and cunty as an American can. What we see are the Downton Abbey, the northern attitude. You live in the city, you live in, or what can I say, council housing. You're gonna you're just gonna be a fucking scav, just low rent, bad attitude people. I have a bad attitude, but I have a bad attitude coming from LA, where it was constantly get back inside, get back inside. How many ways do we have to fucking tell you to get back inside? I'm not disagreeing with you. I just, could I not be groped in order to be told that? Could we have a conversation about it? Because something tells me there's a larger conversation to be had, namely about we need to build a sun shield or explain to people the need for sun shields in California. We need to explain to people that the offices that they have need to include plants and their own food supply and their own water supply and solar panels. There's a larger conversation to be had, not just get back inside. It's, there's some income inequalities in this city. So either we have to push homeless out or find them a place to be. Before I left LA, I was on the train and someone had etched FAG into the door. And I just said, that's LA. That's LA. They were saying, this isn't a safe place to be gay, alone in a gay. Because you can be a gay in West Hollywood, which, how the gays have fallen off. How they have fallen off. I say that because you look at something like West Hollywood and you say, oh my God, that's the prize. That's the prize. It's our neighborhood. It's this, it's that. It's, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Because, you'll share it with straight people and straight people can afford it. They'll buy out your whole fucking neighborhood. It's what happens. Because gay people, they want a gay utopia when they're young. When they get older, they either find a partner or they find that traveling is a lot more fun. It's like you could be hoe in gay town or you could be a hoe in every town. Which are you gonna choose? West Hollywood is supposed to be the prize. San Francisco is supposed to be the prize. But then you look closer and you say, yeah, you probably do suck off a lot of guys here, but you know who you suck off to? You suck off big oil because there are just enough cars there to put smoke all the way down your deep throat. You still think it's worth it to live in a city, even one that you can run up and down the street with your transgender flag. And like I saw that and I was like, oh, bless your heart. That's so nice. Until I realized transgender people need to fucking ask for more out of life. They really do. Because you see something like that and you say, yeah, well, why would you stay though? I mean, you may not be gay bashed, but you'll get cancer from this fucking place. It's not worth it. And San Francisco probably doesn't have that as a priority because they say the people here have enough money, the streets are clean, the homeless are, for the most part, controllable. We solved it. We did. We had more rich people. We solved it. It's like you solved a portion of it. You didn't solve the whole thing. You didn't solve for smog. You didn't small. It's, I can't even say it. Smog is bad. It's bad for your health. It's bad for your skin. It's bad for everything. And there's still violence here. I mean, you could walk down the street and probably not have a problem. But I looked at an article where someone was attacked in a hospital. Sure, that could happen anywhere, but I thought that, you had a control over that too, but you didn't. So, one more place where you just shouldn't be. Femboy Jungle! Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing okay. I'm hanging in there. It's tough. It is. I'm just upset and depressed and exhausted. I'm just exhausted because I need to either make a shirt that says "Do not talk to me" or just take out an ad in the newspaper and say, "If you see this face, please fuck off. Please, just fuck off." Because I show up in my leather and my gut out and everything, and I look ugly as fuck, and I feel so sexy as an ugly person. But that emboldens people to want to talk to me even more. How, how are you going to try to move forward? You know that scene in I Am Legend where the zombies or whatever, the infected, and it's crossed the bridge and then they blow up the bridge. It's like, no, I'm not that kind of person, but I was like, metaphorically, I do not want to cross the bridge to San Francisco anymore. Like I had it in my head when I first came here of, no, I'm gonna go to San Francisco, I'm gonna try and talk to people, I'm gonna try and enlighten them as much as possible. I'll be that person and be like, hey, let's get something done here. But the more I stayed here, the more I had to deal with people. The more I just realized, no, no, it's not for me. It just isn't. I'm in a place in my life where I want to be by myself. I don't want to be the person in the fucking countryside trying to deal with things by myself because I'm not built that way. I'm too pretty. I'm honest. I'm honest. I'm just like I'm too pretty to live a country life. But I can't live a city life either. Because if you know, then you know. If you know that when you go to the city, it is just there to drain you, exhaust you, and rob you. There's nothing out there. I don't know. I quote that 13th Floor movie as much as you can. You might be a cashier in a supermarket, but on another level, when you're in your own house, You dress like a fucking duchess. You dress like you're a person of value, and nobody can touch that. Or maybe you're just a scientist, going through trying to find a higher level of consciousness. And I still go to that scene where, someone says, "Why don't you go to the outskirts of town?" And the person does. And you just look out and it's unrendered. There's nothing there. There's no advertisements, there's no noise, no traffic. It's nothing. And for some people that's scary because, they get addicted to the overstimulation that a city can give you. They don't like the quiet. Me, I've been looking for quiet my entire life. Is this particular town the quiet that I want? It's not perfect, but there are little moments where you will see me break into the biggest smile because it is glorious how how wonderful it is, because that means that that is what I want. Not this, but something in that is what I want. And if I focus, I will find I will find the spot that is that. All right. Do you have a favorite movie or one that you feel is worth watching for everyone? I do mention the 13th floor, but I also would mention things like Dark City. This idea of everyone's life is manipulated in one way or another, especially when poor people become rich. It's almost by design of, well, we need this person to elevate, so make that happen. So you don't really feel that special about it when you see what goes on. And then there is the idea that our sleep is hijacked at all times because of the overstimulation. So many things just shoved in your face, shoved into your eyeballs, sometimes by yourself, sometimes against your will. So not even your dreams are safe. Dark City is another movie I would highly recommend. I would also recommend things like The Craft or Practical Magic, mostly because I'm magical. I support people investigating what magic is. I support people who are interested in Harry Potter, but a lot deeper than just, wow, that's some really cool CGI. It's, do you notice that these people are in better health? The witches are in better health. The idea of a cauldron is, do you understand that that pot that you have in your kitchen is a cauldron? You put things into it, yeah, but what comes out of it is what you want. So if you want health, you can get that from that cauldron. If you want something else, well, that can come out of there too. The idea of herbology, these plants that are out there that are things you should connect with. Obviously, yeah, just magic. Magic is real. I know we talked about this before, but like shamanistic paths and magic, it's so interesting to me. I'm so glad I have people in my life to share this with me. Yeah, it's worthwhile to investigate your connection to the universe. Really meditate on what you want out of life, not just what you're expected to. Anyone can sell you on a car, but can they sell you on a deep connection of why you would even use it? If you use it to go visit friends that are far away, then maybe you should move your friends closer to you, or you should move closer to your friends. If you need it for work, then you have to say, do you even really like that job that you're not right next to it? Or would you prefer a job that you did like and was close by? Our connection to cars, our connection to television, a shaman looks at those things and says, there's a lesson there. There is a lesson there. And I keep harping on this fucking heated rivalry because the lesson there should be, look, if you want a hot athletic men that have big beautiful asses like that, they do sports. So if you want that, go find someone who does sports. Join a sports league. Like I haven't read a single article of people are signing up to play hockey after watching Heated Rivalry. Like hockey teams are suddenly the cool new in thing for gay people and straight women. It's like hockey could always use more funds. I know I would like to be more involved in hockey. I want to be more involved in sports. Period. I think that's what this month is going to be about. Hmm. Not just meditating on where do I go next, but what do I want out of life? I've been screaming a lot, screaming about how much I want to visit Europe. That I feel like that's where I belong. That I'm sick and tired of fighting for an America that just doesn't exist. And every month I make an excuse. I make an excuse for this country because I'm scared of being happy, I suppose. Because I know that maybe, maybe Europe would make me happy. Oh, that is it. That is it. Listen to that big, beautiful voice. He's such a little dog, but he has the strongest bark ever. It's kind of wonderful. You don't always choose your family, but when a dog chooses you, you just have to follow your gut. And this horrible, horrible fucking furry creature, this furball, somehow just fits more than any other person. So I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. My name is Ian Leona. I hope to see you on the next podcast.